Hey everybody, it's Brickwaffle again, and we are back on Minecraft on the BlockFarmers server, and today, yeah, I've done a little bit of building in between episodes. So I want to start with a quick tour of the new house design. We've replaced a lot of the older gray concrete with white concrete, but we've also reconfigured the layout a bit. So upstairs it's a bit more open. We have this cantilevered opening, which you'll be able to see from the outside. We're going to talk about what that is here in just a minute. And we've also encased our automated farms and built a chicken cooker over there, which you can see firing. So let's just start with a quick tour of the inside. Mostly this is just set up to be a nice looking modern house. We've got our little balcony outside with a couple of lounge chairs with umbrellas over them. We got our outside barbecue grill, and you know, it's pretty nice. It looks real nice and clean. There's a little bit more detail that we could potentially add here, but for now I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really happy with the way these lamp designs turned out with the end rods and the flower pot. So I like that, and you can see these are all over the house. We got a little seating area up here with our cool orange tabletop. And then if we come downstairs, we've got our parrots in here. We've replaced our sea pickle lights with redstone, and that will become a little bit more apparent why when we go down to the basement. We've also got some little outdoor areas, so we'll see that again from the outside as well. And we've started collecting mob heads. And you might wonder, how did you get a horse and a dolphin and a cod head? Well, we finally upgraded the Hermitcraft data pack. They released that between last episode and this one, so we've upgraded to that now, and we have access to all of those features. The one thing we did not do is the special gems, because we're not going to implement the villager trade for those special gems that Hermitcraft is doing. We're not going to copy everything they do. But when they have cool stuff like mob head drops from every mob, including like even villager librarians, or zombie villager librarians, we can see that stuff. So we have moved our enchanting table down here. We can look outside now. We can see, I've done a couple of things. I put in a pool up at the front with a little overhang, and this is what I was talking about earlier with the cantilever balcony. So from the outside you can see it's mostly smooth sandstone and white concrete, and this is smooth sandstone that is not normally craftable in survival that we have a recipe for, again thanks to the Hermitcraft data pack. So outside we've got some sugarcane out here flanking our windows with some sand here, some lights. And that has water kind of underneath these columns to support that sugarcane, otherwise it would not work. We've got glowstone under our bushes out here to help light up the outside. And around on the back, we have another small balcony, or of cantilevered overhang that just supports like a little back porch area. So at some point I'll figure out what I want to do out here. I'm thinking some kind of fire pit and maybe some outdoor seating out here. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. It's a big improvement over our previous house. At least I think so. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you like this one better? I think I do. So yeah, the automated farming, this is very much meant to be industrial gray metal and stone. Basically what we've done is we've put our sugarcane farm, our melon and cactus farm, our melon and pumpkin farm, and our cactus farm all into one place here. And we've got green glass covering almost everything. If we happen to get lucky, some of that will fire, but it's all going into water streams that go into this single bubble column. And we've got our chests over here to collect from all three of these farms in one place. So if we pop that open, you can see we've got melons, cactus, sugarcane, and pumpkin all coming into that chest. Now I noticed that when we had the two hoppers stacked over each other, you know, the bottom hopper takes priority, but if you get a bunch of things in here at once, it's going to split because it'll be able to send things down and left at the same time when there's more than one item in here. So we were getting items that were kind of split between these two chests. Staggering them like this, even if it does go into this chest, it's going to pull out of it and put it in the bottom one first until that's full. So we don't have to scan through multiple chests. With a little bit of red flour and lapis, we've given our scarecrow a little bit of an update on his color scheme, so he looks a little bit nicer now. And our chicken cooker. So this is pretty straightforward, but you can see it's working pretty well. We've got a couple stacks of feathers, a little over a stack of chicken. We're also eating that now, and yes, we do have a trident. We'll talk about that again in just a second. But the chicken cooker is not the smallest design possible, but it's pretty reliable. It works real well, and I'm pretty happy with it. I did not follow a tutorial or anything for that one. I just kind of winged it based on looking at a few other designs and said, you know what, I can do one. Now, we do have our nether portal, and if you guys have been following my channel for a long time, you might recognize that from the main screen. That is the first tutorial I ever did in Minecraft. It is a dragon skull nether portal. Made a couple tweaks. Obviously, we've got lava in here instead of glowstone, and we have bone blocks here wherever we can instead of full quartz blocks. For one, that's a lot cheaper, and two, it's bone. It should be there. So I like the way that turned out pretty well. We got our stables still with our horse. And then down over this way, we have a couple of farms. So one of these things right here, this is a drowned farm. This area over here is our slime and creeper farm. So let's pop down this way. Let's go take a look at the drowned farm first, since it is nighttime. And we should have our sword out just in case. We're gonna kill some squid. I'm still trying to get a squid head, because apparently that's also a thing in this pack now. But this, you've probably seen this design already. So basically there's a villager down here, assuming he didn't die, and he did not. And he's hanging out, waiting for drowned to realize that they can get to him. When they think they can, they come over here, but they get shot up by the bubble column of soul sand. And then we come up here, all the way up to the top, and we just stand in this little area and swipe at their legs. They can't see us, and anything they drop gets pushed into this little chest right here. And you can see we've got some fish, ink sacs, whatever random bits and bobs we have. We're going to throw some more ink sacs in there. And if you're real lucky, when you get one that spawns with a trident, then you'll be able to get a trident off of them. You do have to kill them as a player. You can't just kill them with a crusher device or fire or anything like that. So putting them in here like this just helps funnel them all into one space at night. It's not really good rates, but that's for a couple of reasons. One is we have a slime and creeper farm right over there, so they're sharing a mob cap. But because drowned spawn at night in the water, or any place that's dark in the water, you're going to get drowned to spawn near your slime farms anyway if you do them in the ocean. So what I figured I would do is just go ahead and take advantage of that. You know, if they were going to spawn out here anyway, might as well funnel them all to one location. So the slime and creeper farm, if we come over this way, we can see, and maybe we can see. Oh, there's a drowned. Speaking of which, hey buddy. Yeah, get away from me. I'm trying to do a video here. Thank you. We've got a bubble column here, and right underneath me there's a creeper farm, and I'll talk about that in just a minute. And then underneath that is a slime farm. So every now and then you'll see items come up this bubble column and go into these chests, and you can see I've already dropped off at least that many slime balls into our storage unit in our base. A couple stacks of gunpowder already, that's doing pretty well. And we've even got a few skeletons that managed to spawn in here somehow. So let's take a look at what this looks like. Pop down here, and I want to be careful not to fall too far. So right here is our creeper farm. What it is it exploits some mechanics. There's some videos out here. This is a pretty common design where creepers can spawn in this area because it's too tall, but with the trapdoor, only creepers can spawn. Zombies and skeletons are now too tall to spawn in this area. And spiders are short enough, but they need a 3x3 clear space, which is why we use carpet here every 3x3 area to block off spider spawns. Now once the creepers do spawn in here, because they're terrified of cats, they're going to run over to the edge, they're going to drop down here because it's only a 1-drop gap, and they're going to get funneled into the channel here to drop all the way to the bottom with the slimes. And then down here, this is pretty much your typical slime farm, so just a bunch of spawning platforms in the slime chunks with iron golems at one end to pull them all to one side and track them over there, rather than having them hop around until they eventually find their own way off. That makes them go a little bit faster. At the bottom here, we have a bunch of magma blocks, so anything that lands on there, creepers, slimes, whatever, as it's getting pushed along, it's also going to take damage from the magma. And then right down there is a bubble column to push all of our drops back up to the surface. So pretty straightforward, but this was just a lot of really boring digging on in between episodes. I didn't want to show that on camera, but it is working. We do get a few bat spawns. The rates are much improved now that we've lit up the area around. And we're also, like I said, going to take advantage of the fact that we're going to get the drowns to spawn no matter what. So might as well take advantage of that too. It'd be nice if a couple items popped up there on camera, but just imagine, if you will. Actually, you know what? I think I can just throw some items down here this way, and you'll see them shoot up the ladder. So let's just throw some chicken in there. We'll see that all fall down there, and then after a few seconds, we should see it all come up this bubble column and into the chests. So it'll fall down there. It'll get pushed into the corner, and there you go. It gets shot up here, pushed over by that water stream and into the hoppers, and then right down into this bottom chest. So that's how that collection system works. It's pretty nice. These bubble elevators are great. No redstone, silent, fast. That's one of the best changes in the update Aquatic, in my opinion. That little platform out there is the ideal spot for hanging out while you're AFK to collect the slimes and creepers. And of course, if you're that close, you're also going to get a bunch of drown that come over here. They won't see you, so they won't try to get to you, but they'll try to go to the villager once they spawn nearby. So that's really all the things we've done to change. It's a lot, but you know, I wanted to get some of the building done off camera. Not every episode is going to be a building episode because As a result of our drowned farm over there, you may have noticed, as I mentioned earlier, that we have a trident. And that means we are finally ready to gear up and go take on an ocean monument. So I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to try to do that on camera today. We're going to kill the Elder Guardians. I found one and I managed to pop in and kill the Guardian that's right in the top center, but there's 2 more in there. So we need to gear up with some potions and some TNT and a few other bits and pieces. Let's see. There's some TNT, and we need to make a couple redstone blocks as well. So let's do that. That's good. And let's see, redstone, put that away. So we got our redstone blocks. We got our TNT. We're going to need some slime blocks as well, because those are instant mine, even with mining fatigue. That makes things pretty easy. So let's grab those and do some slime blocks. There's a stack of slime blocks. Check that out. That's why I like having a slime farm. And we've also got some potions in here. So we're going to need some water breathing potions. We're going to need, let's just grab the regen potions. We don't need slow fall. Night vision wouldn't hurt. Let's grab a couple of those as well. So let's see, we want water breathing on here and regen first. And let's do night vision. We're not really going to be able to use our bow underwater. So once we drink these up, we'll get our trident going. So let's see, water breathing, regen, night vision, and let's just go ahead and grab the other one, night vision. Now we have everything set up. We're not going to need an axe down there. We're really not going to need a shovel down there. I'll keep that for now. That should be good to go. And then once we get our potions here, actually let's take that out too and put in some TNT blocks. Oops, there we go. So that I think is going to work pretty well. The trident we got had very little durability on it, but we were able to combine it with a mending book. And before we did that, we hit it in the enchanting table and managed to get Impaling 4 Riptide 3. So we combined it with an Unbreaking book and a Mending book. And as long as that's even in your offhand like that, you'll still be able to get XP and repair it pretty easily. So now it's off to the Ocean Monument, and it's not too far from here. I'm going to go ahead and get a boat and get over there, and I will see you guys when we're ready to go. Alright, so there it is. That's our Ocean Monument. You can probably see some of the lights from the front there. And we did manage to put some dirt and torches up here. You can see an Ocean Guardian, right out there. What I want to do is try to put our boat near the dirt, but we're going to get that mining debuff pretty quickly. And then we're going to go ahead and pop down. I think in each of these corners off of the front is where the other Elder Guardians are. So obviously there's one right down in the center, and I went ahead and killed him just to break in and see if that was a fully intact Ocean Monument. It is. So we're going to go down and try to swim down there with some TNT. Let's go ahead. We do have some milk to get rid of the mining fatigue when we need to. We got TNT and redstone. All of these are 8 minutes, so I think it's time to go ahead and drink these potions and get going. We'll drink our night vision, our water breathing, and our potion of regen. And let's see if we can just go ahead and drink our water bottle too. There we go. That way we can stack these up. There, all right. Let's go ahead and put a milk bucket down and these things. And we'll come right over here and start off the bat. So getting these Guardians out here is a little bit tricky, but there it is. That's that terrifying debuff. Let's drop off of here and put down some blocks to help break the line of sight from the Guardians here. So we're going to do that. And you can't see me now. Oops. What? Nope, stop. Can't see me now. That's the whole point. You break line of sight, they can't shoot you. Oop, ow. If you don't break line of sight like that, they can shoot you. So we'll do that and that and that. Now we can put some TNT down and a redstone block, and that's going to be able to break and blow up without really killing us too badly. There we go. So that gets us inside. We can get some of that back, and let's go ahead and get our trident on. And there he is. There's our Elder Guardian. And let's just throw this. We got Riptide on this thing, so we shoot through the water at him. And it's got Impaling 4, so that should work pretty well against anything in the water. Yep, like that. So there he is. One Guardian down. And we're going to get that other guy. So, Riptide, pretty cool little enchantment. And we are already through the first guy. So if we go to F5 mode, if you haven't been paying attention to all the update aquatic, Riptide allows you to rocket through the water like that. Pretty cool. A little harder to use in first person, but still works pretty good. So let's put this up here, and we're going to do one of these and just kind of dance around the column. Make sure we can break some line of sight. Do that and that. Oh, ow. Ooh, we got a lot of these. Thankfully, we have really good armor now, too. Put that out there. See if we can swim around this way. Oh, no, can't quite do it. Let's go ahead and put the TNT down there and some redstone. Let's get out of here a little bit and eat some chicken. There we are. And we're going to slide down in here. I think we missed a slime block, but you know what? We've got a slime farm. We can get more of those. Let's pop down here. And with our regen potion, we should be in pretty good shape. There's our other guardian. There we are. And a couple more hits with that, and he ought to be done too. There we are. No more ocean guardians, or ocean elder guardians. So now we're going to pop back here, eat that. We're going to drink our milk potion to get rid of the mining fatigue, and get a bucket of water apparently. And I think we are all set to keep going in here. So just like that, we've got the whole thing cleared out. Now we've got, you know what I wish I kind of had is one of the regular throwing tridents so that I didn't have to take thorns damage on these guys. But that means we can come in here and clear this monument out at our leisure. So I'm not going to clear everything out right now, but I do want to find the sponge rooms if I can. So those should be in here somewhere, and that's going to be really helpful for clearing out all the water later on. We are going to make a guardian farm, of course, just because that's too useful to not do. There we go. Hey, knock it off, guy. There's a sponge room. Perfect. So we're going to get all these sponges out of here, and that's going to help us with clearing out any water we need to clear out in the future. Alright, so that's a little tedious. I think we do have aqua affinity on our helmet. It'd be even worse if we didn't. Is an axe a better tool for that? Oh, I guess our water breathing ran out. Oh no, we drank the milk potion, or the milk, so that took out all of our potions, including the good ones. Let's go ahead and get our water breathing again. There we go. So yeah, I was going to check and see if an axe is actually a better tool for sponges. I can't tell if that's faster or not. It may or may not be. But you know what? It seems to work just fine. It's definitely no slower than the pick. So we'll take all these sponges. Once we get these dried out, it's going to be really, really handy. And then there should also be a room in here somewhere that has a bunch of gold blocks in it, and that's supposed to be the other part of the treasure from the ocean monuments. So we'll want to try to find that as well. And yes, we're definitely coming back to get a bunch of prismarine out of here because I do want to make a conduit near the base. Alright, so that's... Oop, nope, not quite. That's all the sponges. There can be more than one sponge room, but how many did we get? Half a stack of sponges out of that first room? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Excuse me, guy. There we go. There we go. Hey, why are you... Oh, you shouldn't be able to shoot me through a block. Alright. So we're gonna get... I think... Is this the center area? This might be the gold blocks right in here. Oh, yeah. Check that out. That looked nice and suspicious. See if we can get just the one block. There we go. Can we get up here? Can't quite get up there. Alright, you know what? That's fine. We'll just bob up and down a little bit. And there we go. All the gold blocks. So that's the treasure in the center of the ocean monument. Take a quick peek around here, see if we can find any other sponge rooms, but I think, you know, I'm pretty happy with what we got, to be honest. That looks like a dead end. And we are going to want more guardians in the future just so that we can do... you know, all the sea lanterns we want. Is this a silk touch pick? It is. Speaking of sea lanterns, let's go ahead and grab a few of those while we're here. And when we're not swimming, our pick goes really quickly. If we can manage to land on a block. There we are. Alright guys, what did I just tell you? We're trying to harvest blocks here. Trying to get some blocks. So leave us alone. There's a bunch of them out here this time. There we are. We get everybody? Nope, still more in here. So this is why guardian farming is so easy, because they spawn like crazy in here. There we go. Nope, still around. They're fast too. There we are. And there's another one in this corner. Man. Oh yeah, they're spawning or moving in here as fast as we can get them. So I'm not sure if they're spawning that quickly, or if we're just getting unlucky with them floating in here. There we are. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and keep clearing this out. I'm going to grab some more prismarine and a couple more sea lanterns. It sounds like I'm getting shot at again. And then we're going to head back to the surface and go back to base. So yeah, that was a pretty successful Ocean Guardian run. There's more to do here, but I'm going to wait till we get a chance to clear this whole thing out. And we'll probably bring Sakala or Sonata Block with us, just to make clearing this thing easier. Now, one nice thing about the design we're going to use, if you've seen Cubfan, if you're watching all the other Hermits, they have a pretty nice little Guardian farm on their server. And the design he uses the soul sand like we had just talked about for the slime and creeper farm and that sort of stuff. That way you don't have to clear the whole thing out of water and put in specific columns. You just leave all the water in place and you can put in just the soul sand at the bottom. And that does require a lot of soul sand, so we're going to have to go to the nether and check that out too. But that's most of a stack of dark prismarine. I'm pretty happy with that. It should be plenty. So let's make our way up to the surface, find a boat, and that section out the way back, and then we'll head home. So I'll see you guys over there back at the base. Alright, we have made it home, and we are going to make a conduit, but probably not in this episode because we are just about out of time. I just want to go back, put all this stuff away. These episodes do seem to go very quickly. Let's go take a look at our total haul for today. So we lost a few slime blocks. That's alright, that's what they're there for, and they are a renewable resource now. So let's go to our mob drops chest. Put those guys in there. You can see we got 59 wet sponges. I did find another sponge room on the way out. Ended up with Elder Guardian head. Awesome. I didn't even notice we got that. So let's throw this guy in here. Throw this guy in here. Let's throw that. Yep. We got some sea lanterns. That goes in our fuels and lighting now. Awesome. Awesome. Metals. We got some of that stuff. But yeah, we've got our nice little organization down here. One thing I did do is I added an infinite water source just because we've got our brewing stands down here now, and that's pretty handy to have. Let's see, metals and ores. There it is. Let's go ahead and stick some gold down there. I'm not sure where we should put. I guess we'll put the milk in the brewing area because that's related to enchanting at least. We're going to put our glass bottles in the top half of that one. And then we've got our ocean chest on this side. So that's going to be where we put our sponges, our prismarine, shards, and that. Yep, I think we're good. Let's put our foods. That's raw cod. And we've still got plenty of potions left over, so I'm going to pop those back in here. Stick that way. And our metal products, where was that? Metals and ores? Yep, extra bucket for that one. So keep our trident with us. Elder Guardian head, we're going to go put that on the wall because that's pretty awesome. I didn't even notice we got one. We have our monster heads on this little archway. So there we go. That's pretty cool. Now because these are dropped as player heads, you can also wear these. So if you really wanted to look like you had an Ocean Guardian head, let's just go ahead and take that off. If you haven't seen this before, it's pretty funny. So let's put that on. Hopefully you guys liked this episode. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really liked it, then make sure to subscribe. And as always, I've been Brickwaffle. Thank you for watching.